Shift from Parliament to the mayor's seat makes sense to Paul Lefebvre.
Yes, this is a big news story.
It is. So if you remember Paul Lefebvre, and
I remember him.
This is our headline story of the day.
Ooh.
If you remember Paul Lefebvre, he used to be the MP for Sudbury for the Liberal Party, and he first gained the seat in 2015, but did not seek re-election in 2021.
Wow, I wonder if he was thinking of running for mayor as a long-term goal, and that's why he didn't run. That's interesting.
He kind of cited kind of like a work-life reason, saying he wanted to spend more time with his family.
Well, I guess being mayor, you get to stay in Sudbury longer.
True.
So
it's kind of a shift in career.
Yeah.
So he announced he'll be running for mayor. So later this year, there's a mayoral election. It's been 4 years already. Can you believe that?
I can't actually. I actually can't believe that. It's time is going way too fast. The older you get, actually,
It goes faster.
It's not a whatever they say, urban legend or whatever, an urban myth or wives' tale. It is the truth. The older you get, it seems time goes faster. This last 4 years went by really fast.
For sure. People are telling me disco is no longer in style.
Disco is, no.
Can't
Well,
believe
actually,
that.
no, disco's back now. Again.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, it went
Bell bottoms?
and came back in that time, yeah. Bell bottoms, not so much.
Long hair, bell bottoms.
Yeah, maybe the music is definitely back. I'm not sure about the fashion, but
Love is love. That seems to be making a comeback.
love is love.
Yeah.
If you can't,
Anti-war.
if you can't love the one if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
The 70s had some great music. But
Oh,
anyways,
a
what
lot
we're
of
talking
great
about
music.
here, Paul Lefebvre making a comeback, just like maybe disco.
True. So he was former, federal Liberal representative of Sudbury, and now he is in the running for mayor. I wonder how many people are running for mayor this time, because I think what happened last time,
There were way too many.
there were too many candidates, and we noticed right away that what was going to happen was the incumbent was going to get in, just because incumbents have a little bit of an edge as
They
it
do.
is.
They do.
And so if you increase the amount of candidates, that means there's almost, you're a slam dunk of getting in, keeping with the basketball theme.
I will say that Lefebvre, I think, might even have a slight edge on Bigger in terms of incumbent recognition.
Recognition, correct. Yeah.
Because he does have the Liberal Party attachment, even if he's not endorsed by the Liberal Party.
Yeah.
This time, he came into politics with that endorsement. And so I think that's carried over.
Yeah, because even if you don't bring it up, because usually your party affiliation isn't brought up in local politics. However, how could you have people not remember you were just the Liberal representative, right?
Exactly.
So you are Liberal, so a lot of the Liberals will then, support you.
Like Patrick Brown was mayor of Barrie, I think.
I thought it was Brampton.
And then, he was MP for Barrie.
Oh, yes.
And then he went on to be mayor at Brampton. So now when he's running for Conservative federal leadership, he might not have been endorsed by the Conservative Party in his Brampton mayoral candidacy, but it's kind of implicit, right?
Yeah, because they already know he's coming from that party.
We all know his positions and things. When you're just coming in, no reputation.
Yeah. But this is going to be a battle royale. Now, I don't know who else is throwing their hat into the ring, but whoever they are, they're going to have to come with a little bit of that, the same type of pedigree. It's going to be hard to go up against these two guys. The incumbent, who's now in second term, right? So that's even more of...
Going into his third, no? Or, sorry, going into his third, Well,
if he wins this, he would go into his third whatever.
Running for his third,
Yeah, he's running for his third. But again, Paul Lefebvre, oh my goodness. So now whoever else, I wouldn't put my hat in the ring at this point, because I'd be like...
Just too many names.
How can I make up for the recognition and all these things in order to get... people to
But you know almost too much because of your background.
Possibly.
Your education.
Oh yeah, politics. I don't know. I wouldn't be the face of politics. I'd have to be behind the scenes.
It's nice to have
helping.
that what's that word? Youthful.
I thought you could say the je ne sais quoi.
No. It's nice to have a certain level of naivety and not know too much about what's like the PR side of it, and just kind of go day to day, meet people, talk to them, and have someone else taking care of the nitty gritty, because things like Twitter can be pretty brutal.
They can, yeah.
So doing it yourself would be, like, if you're just an independent person running for mayor, you really have to do all that stuff yourself. For
sure. In that article, does it say how many people are currently in the running or not?
Maybe.
Like how many people are already got their names in officially? And is this an official? He's coming out right now. This is I am running
for sure
for mayor for sure. He's not just thinking about it.
No, that's his plan. And I will try and find that. I don't believe the article on Sudbury.com mentions just how many candidates there are.
Okay.
But what he did say is his campaign will focus on 3 main pillars.
Okay.
Which are economic development, meaning getting good paying jobs. Renewing and investing in Sudbury infrastructure. Well, we've heard that one before.
Yep.
And building public confidence and transparency in the city of Greater Sudbury.
Now that one, I'd like to know how that would be achieved. Because this is what we talk about all the time, is transparency and accountability, right? And I think you can't have proper accountability without transparency. I think they're linked. But this is one of the things he's promising on his. It's a 3-pillar platform.
Yeah, three pillars. What do you think about his statement? We need to be selling Sudbury across the world on why businesses should be establishing here, adding that the message should be Sudbury is open for business. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Do you already know kind of what I think about that? Or?
Yeah, I do. I think that's rich. That's rich.
You're gonna, yeah. Are we really open for business?
That's rich coming from our Liberal MP, former Liberal MP.
Yeah.
Well, we did have that story a couple days ago about how the mining industry, they're kind of not getting a tax boost. They're sort of getting a bit of a tax break, so you could kind of roll that into the pitch, you know?
Yeah, another mining company, hey, you don't have to pay taxes if you come here. And again, that's not a bad thing to attract businesses, is to make it more, inviting for them, because the costs are lower if they don't have to pay as much. And that's what our city's been known for, is really penalizing or punishing businesses that they try to come here. And it's like, okay, you can come here, but you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I know from my time in the Canadian Federation of Independent Business that they haven't made it easy for businesses over throughout history.
Let me just point this out. So he brings up the Junction East project, 62,000 square foot municipal building in downtown Sudbury, to include a new central library, art gallery, and other amenities. So, like, in theory, that sounds great, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that exactly what led Laurentian down the unfortunate path
to where they're at
of CCAA,
now,
aka bankruptcy filing? Too many capital projects, no real plan to pay for them.
Yep.
I don't know. Possibly. It just sounds very familiar to me. And Lefebvre is establishment. You know, he is an establishment player. He's coming from a place of being in power before. So the infrastructure component of Lefebvre's platform, this is Sudbury.com, is intended to address the city's infrastructure deficit. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
With the city estimating last year, it would need to spend an additional $100 million per year on municipal assets to keep them just in their current state.
Oh, ouch. Not even to upgrade them.
So we're under budgeting for upkeep.
And then we want more capital projects to then upkeep as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. So a big part of his campaign, obviously, is the transparency. So there's debt, actually, that's already been earmarked for projects in the city, and there's a list of them. So the Junction East project alone is earmarked $68 million.
Ouch.
The Kingsway Entertainment District, $90 million. Pioneer Manor redevelopment, $60 million.
Wow.
Yeah. And
these are big projects. A lot of money.
There's so many projects, and each of them is millions of dollars. Like Place des Arts, $5 million still earmarked. Like, it's you just have all these projects, and then you hear someone saying, I'm going to focus on infrastructure. And it's like, does focus on infrastructure mean spending more money that you don't know where it's going to come from? You know? To me, it all just sounds rich. But
where's the money coming from? Where is the money coming from?
Not to sound like our oily friend. Polyev.
Polyev, yeah. Well, yeah, that's his whole thing, and I think that's what people are going to appreciate from him when he comes on the scene. I do believe he'll get the leadership of the Conservative Party, but it's true though, and liberals, because that's what Paul obviously is, because you can't say he's changed now or whatever. That party has a history of being fiscally generous, maybe to a fault, of really giving out a lot of money without much, thought of or
Oversight.
Yeah, a little oversight of, oh no, now what? They got the credit card out, and then eventually you got to pay for what
This seems like to me. Well, he said in the article, I'll give greater nuance and more details on my campaign as it gets closer. But
yeah,
it seems like to me he's running on his own star power in a way.
Well,
like we all know his name
for sure. Like, why wouldn't you? I think if he's running, like, he's got to use whatever he's got, right?
It's like not to bring it up, it's the ubiquitous example. It's like always bringing up the Nazis, but like when you run just on your name, it's a Trumpian thing. It's saying I'm already famous, so now I have a huge advantage.
Here's an advantage of having someone who's served in Ottawa representing us. They've made inroads with certain people.
Yeah.
They have certain knowledge of how federal politics works. They know. So if they're in power in the city, they then can use that to bring to the city. They already, whereas someone who's just local, they don't have those relationships. They don't have that knowledge of how the feds are running or what kind of opportunities are available. And he does. He has the network, and he has the people that he knows, and he has the knowledge of the system and how that could possibly benefit Sudbury. And our next story we're going to getting into about the minerals, about the nickel aspect and the whole idea of going more green and going the battery route and how that's going to affect Sudbury. You never know. That might be a perfect storm with working together with the country and getting incentives and things that really make the economy possibly boom here, regardless of the way we've done business in the past. Maybe maybe there's some new things. So again, I don't think it's all doom and gloom.
No, it's not.
I think there could be some benefits of having somebody.
I think the next, sorry to interrupt you, I think the next Sudbury mayoral election, the next Sudbury mayor, as in the next 4 years, as in the next 8 years, maybe more than 10 years to be mayor, because in the case of Bigger, it's now been 8 years.
8 years.
So that's not, it's not out of the question. They're kind of walking into, in my opinion, like a downward slope. Like, it's a very easy job to develop the city because of the macroeconomic trends.
Hey, AJ here. Did you like that video? Please like and subscribe for more. Just like it every weekday.
Share it with your friends so they can stay up to date with all Sudbury news.